New Chevrolet Blazer for the 2023 model year, and I'm not talking about the electrified version. We're talking gas. Let's get going. All right, so as far as the current generation Chevrolet Blazer goes, which came out in the 2019 model year, it is a great looking vehicle. It's a great performing vehicle, great selling vehicle, right? And all these things are great. However, I think it goes without saying that there's been a lot of controversy surrounding the usage of this name, Blazer, the Chevrolet Blazer, with the current generation, because as we know in the past, the Chevrolet Blazer starting in 1969 with the K5 has been synonymous with off-road proficiency, right? We're talking body on frame. You know, a vehicle that would compete with the, Jeep Wrangler and the Ford Bronco. And it is very clear that those two vehicles are still doing very well in terms of sales, right? There's no question that the new Ford Bronco that was released has been knocking it out of the park in terms of sales, and the Jeep has always done well with the Wrangler. But as mentioned, Chevrolet has been in this market before, again, starting in 1969 with the amazing K5 Blazer, which was definitely a much more off-road vehicle than we're currently seeing. It went as far as having the, leaf spring suspension and straight axles, larger motors. Again, just a more menacing presence in terms of the off-road capabilities. The second generation coming out in 1973 with, a new look, a longer wheelbase, and a hardtop option. It was really cool where you could have that top off, obviously, before come off and on. They even had large motors as we go forward in the generations.
K-Blazer is a full-size four-wheeler for those who depend on their vehicle to get them through tough terrain and bad weather. Rugged, hard-working, and available with a proven 6.2-liter diesel engine that combines impressive fuel economy with impressive power.
And then, of course, even in the smaller versions, like the S10 Blazers, again, they were still built off a truck basis, like the S10 truck, right? So even though it wasn't maybe in the larger size that we saw the K5s in, we were still seeing a more off-road variation that we aren't seeing right now. So now with the 2023 right around the corner, the idea that I've always felt and always thought would be a good idea would be to base it off either the Silverado or Tahoe type of platform. Again, a larger Blazer, something more aggressive that you can definitely put some bigger underpinnings underneath. There's been some great renderings done. One of them done by, a couple of these done by Oscar Vargas on Instagram. He is WB.artist20. He created a soft top version based off of the Silverado, which looks amazing. You got it more of a hard top based off the, the original Trail Boss Silverado. And how about this amazing rendering done off of our current ZR2 Silverado platform, done by the Instagram designer C_ZR1 or ZR1 for my Canadian friends. I love the looks of this. I think this would be a great vehicle. Yeah, expensive, but what a hot seller I think that would be. So those are some pretty cool renderings. I know, of course, we also have the option of basing it off of the current, Colorado platform. And then, there's some other things we could do is maybe we could just take the current version and update it a bit. And actually, there's a gentleman named Timothy Manuel, and he's on Instagram as well. He's Adri53 Customs. He created an amazing variation on what we currently have, as you can see through these pictures, that definitely gave it a much more aggressive, much more off-road look. Now, I don't know that that'll sell to the average customers, but the idea behind it was pretty fantastic. And then, of course, the other version I saw was by Veer Design, also on Instagram, Veer Design, VEER Design, and they created this version here. Now, amongst all these versions, the thought behind this is we just need something different, of course, right? The point of all this is I believe that Chevrolet desperately needs a version of the Blazer to compete with what we're currently seeing in the Ford Bronco and the Jeep Wrangler. But from the information I have been receiving, this new version 2023 is only going to be a potential refresh, sort of like we saw with the Equinox and the GMC Terrain, basically just kind of maybe a little bit of a headlight change, nothing super massive. And I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm a bit disappointed at that. Maybe they're always going to keep the Blazer this way, and I suspect that they might have to at this point. But what say you on this? Would you prefer to see a more aggressive? Are they going to obviously have to use a different name? If so, what name would you name a more off-road version to compete with the Broncos and the Jeep Wranglers out there? Listen, awesome renderings. I hope you like the ones you saw today. What are your thoughts on all this? As always, I would love to hear your thoughts, so comment below. Until the next video, everybody, take care.